So this is the tutorial about framing. You'll notice that framing for film and for TV is quite different. So we have two shots behind me. On the right, the correct shot. On the left, the one that you shouldn't do. So the camera up on the left shot has cut off part of the presenter's head, which isn't something you want to do. So if I just add this shot, this is the opposite problem. The camera up has left too much space over the head, and we don't really want to see the space in front on the top of his head because there's nothing there, nothing interesting. So the one I just slid in on the left, you can see the presenter is looking straight into the camera. That's why it's centered. And if you look on the right, you can see that the presenter is maybe talking to someone or looking in a particular direction. So that's why we've put some head space, talk space, sorry. So the way you do this is you center your character and then put him slightly to one side, leaving the space in the direction that he's talking. Then you have, so those are a bit more mid shots. If we go on to this is a wide, which sort of enables us to see what's happening. You tend to do it at the beginning, at the end. You wouldn't put wide for too long, otherwise the viewer sort of starts to look around the room and gets distracted. Also, you want to see exactly who's talking, so you only use it from time to time, and it's also a good shot to use as a safety net, really. So the problem with this shot is, again, the empty space on the right. So you would really want something a bit more like that you can see on the left, where you just have what's essential in the shot. You may have objects on the set that you don't want. So here we've got a pole, but it could be cables, it could be gaffer tape. So just make sure that either they're not in the way or that you haven't put it in the shot, because we don't want to see that. So the problem with this shot is you've got space on the right, space on the left. It's a bit difficult because there's not a huge amount of things you can do about it. You can do a shot like that, that's a bit closer in to avoid the space. Or before starting with the set designer, you can ask to perhaps move the chairs around to have a good shot for you. That's why it's essential for you to do every single shot that you'll be asked to do during the live show, so you can make sure that they're all good. So the problem with the shot on the left is that the camera is really high, which makes the presenter look really small, and it's not very flattering, really. On the right, it's at eye level, and that's what you want, and you want practically all your shots sort of front on. So yeah, and you go for that. You may have to do some camera movements as well. Make sure you've done it before you start the live show, that you know exactly where you're going to do it, that you're comfortable with it. Have a moment where the camera's static at the beginning and at the end. It makes it easier for the vision mixer. Don't wobble, because otherwise we can't use it. And I guess that's it.